They came from New Jersey. They came from New Mexico. They came from New Zealand. They came from Africa, from Japan, from Kazakhstan, and beyond. They were old and they were young. Over 2,000 of the emissaries of Chabad Lubavitch. They met together, they sang together, and they prayed together. And here at the gala banquet, concluding the International Conference of Shluchim, they packed New York City's largest ballroom for 5 hours last month.
Hi, my name is Rabbi Levi Tenenbaum from Melbourne, Australia.
Levi Munshine from Smolensk, Russia.
I'm from St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands.
Guatemala.
Fort Myers, Florida.
I'm Richmond, British Columbia.
I'm for the Ukraine.
From Wimbledon in England.
Córdoba, Argentina.
Following a routine set in place by years of
The Devar Torah was delivered by a new shliach, one of over 100 sent by the movement to towns and cities across the world last year.
The Rebbe pointed to a stack of invitations from Jewish organizations, from Chabad houses. He looked at my father, and with his disarming smile and assuring tone of voice responded, "Eating? Every few hours I'm invited to a banquet."
The keynote speaker was Russia's chief rabbi, Berel Lazar, who told the massive assembly a story he heard inside the Kremlin.
The president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, told me a personal story. When he was a young child, he grew up in a very poor family. His parents were always out at work. His luck, the next door neighbor was a Hasidic Jewish family, and they always made sure to invite him over. They were extremely kind to him. And he realized that not only were they kind to a child who wasn't theirs, not only were they kind to a child who wasn't Jewish, but they were kind to a child in a time and place when it was dangerous to do that. 30 years later, because of the gratitude he felt towards his family and the respect for the Jewish people as a whole, as deputy mayor of the city of Leningrad, he granted the official permission to open the first Jewish school in the city.
The slogan for Hungary.
Rabbi Moshe Kotlarski, the conference chairman, called out every city and state.
The slogan to Belgium. The slogan to Denmark. The slogan to England.
The delegations from the Holy Land, France, Russia, and New York got special ovations. Professor Alan Dershowitz, a friend of Chabad at Harvard University, shared some thoughts on Chabad's campus network.
Wow, what a gathering. The energy, the love, the Yiddishkeit in this room are beyond belief. Whenever I hear people talk about the diminution of Judaism around the world, I wish they could be here tonight to experience this. And that's why the fight for the minds, the hearts, the souls of college students today is so important. And that's why we must extend a collective Yasher Koach to people like the Zarkis, to others of the Shluchim at Penn, at Connecticut, some who I've met tonight, at Princeton. I'm going to leave out places, I'm going to leave out names. But we cannot rest until there is at least one Chabad Shaliach on every major college campus in the world.
This is the highlight of my year. It's actually the Rosh Hashanah of Shlichus. It's probably the weekend from which we draw more inspiration than any other.
I come here to rejuvenate, and I love every bit of it. I hope it never finishes tonight.
With this many people from this many locations, everything's got to fall perfectly into place. 3,000 stakes, 8 camera operators, 24 channels of audio, 16 walkie-talkies, 1 piano, 2 technicians for a live internet feed, and 6,072 happy dancing feet. Experience the banquet now. Order the full-length DVD at gemstore.com.